Looks like we've got some people here. While we're waiting for everybody to get in, let me show you. This is the card that we're doing. Super simple, easy to mass produce. I'm starting to see some people come in, but I wanted to also give you a quick sneak peek of the Kitchen Table Stamper online classroom classes for October. Wishing you well and many blessings will be available for registration in the next couple of days. So let me give you a sneak peek. This is Wishing You Well, and the class in the Kitchen Table Stamper online classroom will include the Wishing You Well stamp set and kits for these 4 cards, or these 3 cards I should say, and this fun box that is the perfect size for 3 Werther's Original Pumpkin Spice candies. These are the soft caramels. I thought, how pretty would that be on your Thanksgiving table? So that's the Wishing You Well class. Look out for more details on that in the next couple of days. And also coming to the Kitchen Table Stamper online classroom for October is the Many Blessings class. It'll include the Many Blessings stamp set and your choice of either the Many Blessings pizza box with 6 cards and envelopes, or the, hi Gina, Merry Christmas pizza box with 6 cards. And there will be an option for you if you want both the Many Blessings and the Merry Christmas kit. All right, so those are coming soon to the online classroom. Dolores will be crafting all weekend, getting ready for craft show on October 6th, and would love to see me make a Halloween post-it note holder. All right, I have only 1 show potentially before Halloween, so I don't make a lot of Halloween craft fair stuff. How would you like to see one that you could adapt, maybe with a snowman? I'm working on, let me show you. Okay, we're gonna get off, oh, lane swerve. That's what my friend Angie would call it. We're gonna get off on a rabbit trail here for just a minute because I'll show you something that I'm working on that could be adapted pretty easily to Halloween. For the craft fair, I'll be doing a video, and this is also the project for my Stampin' Anonymous tutorial. If you haven't gotten a Stampin' Anonymous tutorial bundle, take a look on my kitchentablestamper.com. So I'm doing these little dudes, the little pocket back holders, and I'm going to also put this little guy on a post-it note cover, and he could easily be switched out with any image, and then the colors of the layers switched out. So maybe I'll do, how would you like it if I did this one as a post-it note cover, and you could switch out your images? Let me know what you think about that. All right, so back on track. Dolores loves the pizza boxes. Thank you. I love them too. They're really fun to make. I don't think I'll be making any for craft fairs though, because I just don't think I can get enough money out of them for all the coloring that's involved. Each one of those like 6 little cards is like doing an individual card. I think I'd need about $8 or $10 for a pizza box. I don't know if they sell. Hey, Pamela. Pamela asks how I'm doing. I'm doing good. I'm so crafty right now. I've been really quiet online because I'm busting out some stuff for craft fairs. So very crafty. That's how I'm doing. How are you doing? All right, let me get started with what you need for this card. And Dolores says, I would love it. Dolores, you would love a post-it note cover with the snowman. Think you could adapt it easy enough for Halloween? You just have to switch out some of the Bermuda Bay, maybe for some black or orange, and change your image. I think it would work. Pamela's awesome. I like to hear that. All right, so super simple card today. You can really change your designer series paper and your image here. This layout is a great layout for quick cards. We make a lot of holiday cards usually. When we're making Christmas cards, we make dozens, so this is a fast one to make in multiple. And it features a brand new bundle that I'm very fond of. So this is the Farmhouse Christmas stamp set. It's photopolymer. I love this big focal image, nice and graphic. There's 2 fantastic label dies in here. Okay, so this is the Farmhouse framelets. Let me pull this out. We're going to use this one, but talk about all-purpose. I love how Stampin' Up is doing that. These die sets, yes, you got one to cut out the truck and one to cut out the tree. Those are really nice to have, but with the popularity of e-cutters, it's really nice to have dies that also do other things. So there's a beautiful fence in this framelets collection, and there's also this fun little ticket corner label. So these stitched labels alone, I'll get so much use out of these. Then for a little embellishing, look at this die that cuts out 6 bitty bows. And they're meant to put little bows at each of the fence posts. That's kind of the idea there. But talk about a cute, quick embellishment. Cut that out of some red glimmer paper, and it's a great, quick little pick-me-up for any project. And then this right here is just like a snow hill or a curve, kind of a landscape die that I will use again and again and again. Think about snow hills or green meadows with flowers. It's a great way to get some shape to your cards. It's not circles, it's not squares, it's not straight layers. So I think there's some really good creative uses there. All right, so that's the Farmhouse Framelits set. And we're just gonna use this stitched double dovetail dude. Let me put those guys back in there. Cases, cute dies. I know, they're just so useful. You can cut out the images, the house, the tree, the truck, but that's not all this set does, and I thought it was worth showing some attention. This is also a fun little frame for small greetings. Sometimes it's nice to stamp your greeting and then frame it with the framelit and run it through the machine. Then you don't have issues with uphill and downhill greetings. I don't know if you guys have that problem, but I stamp uphill and downhill. My head must be screwed on uphill. I don't know. Deborah says good morning from Washington. Good morning. All right, let's get some other supplies here. So we've got the Farmhouse Christmas bundle and my Stampin' pads. I went Old Olive and Cherry Cobbler for this design. And then I've got my 2-inch circle punch and my starburst punch. Now I already did this one. I punched the starburst from Cherry Cobbler cardstock. So I'm going to set that one aside, but you'll need that if you're going to make this design. And my card kit here. Let me show you what the materials are. There's already a project sheet for this. I just need to pop a photo in it, so I'll have that up for you later. The first thing you need is a card base. I went with a nice neutral, very vanilla, and it's 8.5 by 5.5 and scored at 4 1/4. Hi, Carol. And then I have also a nice big piece of very vanilla for stamping. So this is a 3 by 5 piece, because we're going to need to stamp this Merry Christmas greeting 2 times. So we need a nice big piece here. I have the Starburst Punch from Cherry Cobbler. This is about a 2 3/8, 2 1/4, 2 3/8 inch circle. So you're going to need about a 2.5 by 3 to get it in the punch scrap. I have 2 bitty bits of burlap trim. All you need is 2 little 1-inch pieces. This is going to save you a lot of burlap trim if you're making multiples of these, because you're going to cut out over 1 inch for every card by not using big strip across the middle. Do you guys get what I'm saying? So instead of cutting off a piece that's 3.5 inches and having it go all the way underneath, just grab yourself 2 little 1-inch pieces. All right, I hope that helps you. When you're mass producing cards for the holiday season, you can really save yourself a lot of inches. If you were to make, 2 or 3 dozen of these cards, that's a yard of ribbon that you're gonna save expense if you just cut the little bits. And then I've got my designer series paper from this festive farmhouse suite, and you can do your choice of 3 patterns, which makes this card very economical for mass producing too, because you can cut up the whole pack. You don't have to be nailed down to one set of patterns. So in this one, my sample, these are the 3 that I used. For the one that we're going to do today, I'm going to use these 3 patterns. Let me show you the back. I love these festive farmhouse. So these are 2 that I had already used here. And then look at this great star pattern. All right, and you can really mix it up however you like. I don't really like those 2 together. We could do this way. That's kind of cool. Can do this way. This is what I think I'm gonna do. Kind of has the same feel, the red, vanilla, green. This is Cherry Cobbler. This is Mossy Meadow, but I'm using Old Olive. I thought it was a little bit brighter, happier. All right, so that's the idea. We've got it all laid out. Let me grab a adhesive here. I don't know if you guys saw that the clearance rack refreshed. Last time I looked, there was still fast fuse refills on the clearance rack. I didn't check this morning, I should have, but check out the clearance rack, it just refreshed. Get yourself some good deals. The other thing I wanted to mention, and while I'm adhering these strips to the card base, I'll do that. If you have bonus days coupons, please don't forget to use them. Place your order, marisalvarez.stampinup.net, and if you need help placing that order, reach out, I'll help you, but don't let your coupons expire. They expire at the end of the month. So you can combine your clearance rack purchases with your bonus days coupons and really clean up right now if you're sitting on some bonus days coupons. All right, so I'm just putting a little bit of flat adhesive on each of these. For some reason, I'm having a hard time right there. Okay, now we're back on track. And you want to leave an equal space in between and all the way around. So it's about 1/8 of an inch over left and right side and around the top and bottom, and then in between the patterns. I see hi from Indiana. Who is that? I can't see the name. I'm looking through my phone at it. Hello from Indiana. Avenel? Is that how you say that? Avenel? Thanks for joining us. All right, so I've got my little background done here. What a cutie, right? So simple, so easy. All right, let me move aside these bits and bring in my Stampin' Pierce mat. We're gonna get some stamping going on here. Now, this card is so quick. You guys, this is a great one for your holiday cards. All right, now I've got my old olive, and I'm going to stamp this Merry Christmas greeting, the top here, and the old olive, and then I'm going to clean and move on to cherry cobbler. And I do find that the green pigments are easier to remove from the stamp. So I always go with my cool colors, greens and blues. If I need to change colors in a project, I'll do the cool colors, then the warm colors. Red pigments don't like to clean off of the stamp as easily. And so sometimes if you go from a red or an orange to a green or a blue, you end up with brown. I don't know if you've ever experienced that, changing colors while you're stamping, but go cool to warm and you'll have an easier time getting nice crisp colors when you change. All right, so there's our Merry Christmas in 2 colors. Let's clear away the ink pads. Hey, Julie. Deborah says the DSP is so lovely and not just for the holidays. Absolutely. Thank you for making that point for me, Deborah. The designer series paper from the Farmhouse, Festive Farmhouse suite is so good for all year round. This will come in very handy at Valentine's. This is a great masculine, and so is this. This is a beautiful spring pattern with the starburst. There's so much that you can do with this set of paper. And then the gray with the stars that I showed you earlier, great for babies. It's just a lovely designer series paper set. Okay, so there's our 2 Merry Christmases. We're gonna take a 2-inch circle punch now, and we're just gonna punch out this old olive one. And you're not concerned about Merry Christmas. You're only concerned about wishing you a season full of peace, love, and wonder. And you want to make sure that that's nice and centered in your circle punch, and punch it out. I'm going to set that one aside. Now we're going to need our big shot. Let me move this away and grab my big shot. Should be all set up for die cutting. I think that's how I left it. Hi, Tina. Hi, Anne. Anne's got 2 grandbabies on her lap while she tries to watch. Good luck, Anne. Hi, babies. All right, so now we've got this beautiful stitched label from the Farmhouse Framelits, and we're going to line up the Merry Christmas in the framelit and see how you can make sure that it's not uphill or downhill. I got a little bit of low-tack tape over here, and I'm going to tape it down because I just don't want it to shift. All right. Hi, Lisa from Wisconsin. Thank you guys so much for joining me. If you guys would think that your crafty friends would like to see my Facebook Live, please share it. I go live every Friday at noon. I'm actually considering a second live time slot because I really like the interaction. It's more fun than making videos all by myself, to be honest with you. So share the video if you're so inclined. I'd love to educate and entertain your crafty friends. All right, so we're bringing back our pieces in here and our sample. Now, this is, it's so easy from here. This card is almost too easy. I thought twice about doing it, but it's such a good card, and it's really the season. We're doing all of our holiday cards this time of year and mass producing. We got to make a lot of them, and this is a wonderful card to make a lot of. All right, so I've got my label, and it's got some, you can use snail or fast fuse. We're gonna just pop that in over the old olive one. Just want to make sure it's centered before you burnish it down. Isn't that great how you get the multicolored sentiment that way? This is why I bought this bundle. I'll tell you right now, this is my favorite part about it right here. Okay. Tina loves watching my videos. Thank you, Tina. I'm so glad you're here. All right, and Leah says, thank you so much for the low tack tape tip with the big shot. I'm telling you, I love assorted packs of washi tape, and Stampin' Up! Has lots of them, and I have lots of things that are left, but sometimes what happens is you really fall in love with, 2 or 3 of the patterns, and then there's those couple that just sit there, and that's what I do, is I just keep my washi tape supply moving right along by grabbing some washi tape. You can also use painter's tape, and I have, but I haven't tried it. I have like a medical tape that I got from a friend, and I'm going to try that. So there's a couple of options. All right, so I'm just taking my burlap trim here and folding it in the center. So you got to fold it right in half. Make sure your edges meet, otherwise you're going to have a crooked dovetail. And then from the outside edge, the open part of the fold, you see that? Then you're going to take your scissor and cut in at an angle toward the folded part. When it pops open, you got a perfect dovetail. All right? Chris says, I love your ideas, Marissa. They inspire me. Good. That's what I'm here for. I'm telling you, it makes my day. With all the crafting that I do, if I didn't share it, I'd go crazy. Thank you for sharing it with me. All right, now I've got my little dovetails, and what you want to do next here is hold those off for a second. We're going to dimensional adhesive our Merry Christmas to our Starburst. And if you know me and my dimensionals, I am pretty generous. So I'm going to take several half dimensionals, and I'm going to strategically place them around the back of my greeting here. I don't want this to flatten out in the mail. I want a nice bumpy greeting. All right, so that's a lot, right? Get my take your pick tool. If you don't have this manicure saver, you need one. I'm in love with the take your pick tool. And I don't know if you've hung around kitchen table stamper, then you know that I was skeptical at first because I have another tool similar to this that I can't stand. The putty in it is such a mess, and the ends are plastic. This is a great tool. All right, so now we're going to center that in our Starburst, flip over, and grab some mini glue dots. Now our burlap trim goes on the dimensionals, or I mean on the mini glue dots. You pick up, turn it over, and place so that little bit of burlap trim sticks right out and matches with the dovetail of the Merry Christmas. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Uh-oh, I pulled on that one a little bit. I might need to trim it a wee bit. All right, so there's our embellishment. And see how much ribbon we ended up saving instead of putting a whole strip. Now we're going to need some flat adhesive here. Again, you can use multi-purpose liquid glue or snail. If you're using your snail, you probably want to use quite a bit of it because of the burlap here. I've got some fast fuse, and I'm gonna just really cover the back of this. And now you want to position it off center at the bottom here. Say that's about a half an inch from the bottom. And there's our Merry Christmas. Wishing you a season full of peace, wonder, and love. Isn't that a quick, easy one? I hope that you guys like that. I hope it wasn't too quick and easy, too obvious. But it's one of my favorite cards so far this season. I'm really, really pleased with that. Now my goal today is to go and take this card and case it. I'm going to go and make it something the same but different. And that is thanks to my friend Pamela, who I saw doing some casing, making cute cards look different. So I'm going to go case this one and see if I can make a snowman out of it. I'm loving those new snowmen. If you've got a case of this card that features Stampin' Up! Products, you can share it in the Kitchen Table Stamper Craft Social. I'd love to see what you're doing with your products. It's a challenge. Case this card, use your Stampin' Up! Supplies, and then post it. You can find the Kitchen Table Stamper Craft Social and join up in there from this page if you're just on Facebook, and you roll down and find the group that's associated with it and click there. That's the Craft Social. Or you can just put in the little search bar, Kitchen Table Stamper Craft Social. There's a group there, so I'd love to see if you want to case this card and show me what you do with it. It's such an easy one. All right, you guys, if you've got any questions about it, I'd love to hear them. Got questions about the product, the project, the online classroom? Look out in the next few days. Wishing You Well will be released, and the Many Blessings class will be released on the online classroom. And today is the last day if you want to grab the Fastened with Love class. KitchenTableStamper.com/online classroom. Don't forget to use your bonus days coupons. Anybody still sitting on bonus days coupons? I think I used them on September 1st. Don't judge. Maybe September 5th. That's when the new holiday catalog went live. Deborah thinks it would be pretty with a metallic thread nest behind it. Absolutely. It would really kind of step it up if you used a more elegant paper pack too. To put a little copper thread and use the new Joyous Noel Designer Series paper, it would really step it up a little bit. All right, Deborah, make one and share it in the Kitchen Table Stamper Craft Social Facebook group. Deborah says, thank you for sharing today. My pleasure. Thank you for joining me. It's more fun to craft with you guys. So thanks for joining me today. All right, if there's nothing I can do for you, Crafty, got no questions, I'm going to go and get myself a big salad. Julie says, thanks. All right, you guys, I'm out of here. I'm going to go grab something to eat. Have a great weekend, everybody. Thanks for joining me.